One of the biggest secrets of world aviation history, Boeing 777 flight MH370 of Malaysia Airlines, 10 years later, 239 people on board have still not been found. The plane suddenly disappeared from the radar while traveling on its standard route. Despite repeated announcements from the tower, no response was received. Another airplane, which was between the tower and MH370, acted as an intermediary and announced itself. But according to this pilot's testimony, he could only receive a short humming sound from MH370, and then there was interference. Normally, when an airplane is in the air, it sends a signal called a hail every hour. According to the investigation, the last hailing signal was sent 6 hours after it disappeared from radar. In other words, the plane continued to fly for 6 hours after it disappeared. The most interesting part is that even though an unidentified and uncommunicated plane was flying in the airspace until the morning, no fighter jets were sent from the government or the army to follow the situation. If an airplane cannot be contacted and continues to fly, fighter jets from the army take off and make a visual check. When the prime minister of the time was asked about this, he gave a ridiculous answer to journalists. "We didn't think it was dangerous." In the light of this information, the fact that the Army did not send fighter jets to monitor the plane, if it did, it would be directly reported by the media and other countries would see it, strengthens the possibility that there was a bargain between the pilot and the government. It is also rumored that the captain pilot who demanded the resignation of the prime minister negotiated for a long time. But what were the second pilot and the other passengers doing all this time? It is assumed that it somehow sent the second pilot to the cabin. Then, by raising and lowering the altitude of the plane in sudden ways and depressurizing the cabin, it is assumed that he first knocked the passengers unconscious and then killed them. At 8:30 a.m., the plane sends its last signal and leaves no trace. Search and rescue efforts are being supported by many countries, including the US, France, the UK, Australia, and Germany. The most expensive search and rescue operations in history begin. However, neither the wreckage of the plane nor any body has been found for 8 years.